Was convicted of running a huge criminal enterprise stretching from Atlanta to Detroit and several other states. The story of Big Meech, who headed up the Black Mafia Family, is also the source of a popular TV show that has been filmed right here in Atlanta. And this week, after serving nearly 20 years in prison for racketeering, drug dealing, and running a criminal enterprise, he is out of prison. 11 Alive's Erica Murphy has more on his release and his sordid past.
The streets are buzzing, and the word on the block is that Big Meech, the legendary leader of the Black Mafia Family, just betrayed everything he built. 50 Cent has just exposed bombshell paperwork that could shatter Meech's reputation, and it's not looking good for the BMF boss. Did Big Meech really snitch to get out early?
BMF was the first group that was accused of being both a criminal organization and a record label.
Even Rick Ross allegedly stepping away, things are getting messy, and we've got all the details, from the shocking accusations to the backstage drama that no one saw coming. It all starts with Big Meech, a man who built a criminal empire stretching from Atlanta to Detroit, running one of the largest drug organizations in the United States. His influence wasn't just in the streets, he was also a powerful figure in the music industry, founding the BMF record label, pulling in millions, and creating a notorious legacy.
And he went down. And when he went down, he and his brother were sentenced to 30 years in prison.
But after his arrest in 2008, things started to unravel. Meech was sentenced to 30 years behind bars for racketeering, drug trafficking, and conspiracy. His story, once a tale of untouchable power, soon turned into a cautionary tale about what happens when you reach too high. And then, shockingly, just this past week, Big Meech was released from prison after serving only 15 years of his 30-year sentence. The official reason? Good behavior. But when 50 Cent catches wind of this, he drops a bomb that no one expected. Big Meech might have snitched to get out early.
First met 50, I was still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, you know, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, they looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting classes. I had to go every day, two times a day, 5 days a week. In the morning, in the afternoon, come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day.
Wow, a ball player.
Yeah, but I put in the work though, and it showed me that 50 couldn't get me the job. I had to get myself the job. My dad couldn't get me the job. They would have hired somebody else that already had acting experience. I had no experience. So I was coming from the street to the screen, so they not gonna invest all these millions into me and I don't know what I'm doing.
Let's rewind for a second and talk about 50 Cent's role in all this. While Big Meech was in prison, 50 Cent went above and beyond to help his family. 50 took Big Meech's son, Lil Meech, under his wing, paying for acting lessons and even casting him in the role of his life, the portrayal of his father in the BMF TV show. Meech's son, struggling to find his own identity while living in the shadow of his father, learned from 50 Cent how to carve out his own career in Hollywood.
February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now, this the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself. It's gonna be special, epic. Get your tickets right now. I'm back.
But the plot thickens. As soon as Big Meech is released, he starts hanging out with Rick Ross, the sworn enemy of 50 Cent. Why, you ask? Allegedly, Rick Ross was paying him. Or at least, that's what many believe. Rick Ross has always been the anti-50 Cent. From their rap battles to their rivalry over business, the tension between them is legendary. But now, with Ross announcing that he's throwing a benefit concert to celebrate Big Meech's release.
Nobody tricked me off the street.
You tricked Cuff off the street.
I never folded, never told.
You told Tammy to tell.
Before the time, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Y'all gonna be disappointed when Lil Baby don't show up? When Skilla don't show up, when Vizzo don't show up? When all these motherfuckers don't show up?
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not
reading drops, man. Look at you reading this shit.
But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amarant Arena.
He can't even go. You want house arrest, he can't even go.
Drama is set to reach new heights. And it gets even spicier when 50 Cent sees the photos of Meech and Ross together. The rivalry is personal, and Ross knows it. He's pushing all of 50 Cent's buttons. That's when 50 Cent goes all in.
It says, United States of America versus plaintiff, and it says, Donnie Gatlin,
Deion Gatlin. Shout out Cuff. Shout out Cuff. That's my nigga Cuff. Deion Gatlin. Yeah, he's one of the first defendants. Yeah.
Okay.
St. Louis Project niggas. What's happening?
So, can you kind of break down this paperwork for me and how she's involved in this? And where can I go?
Tammy Cowens is Big Meech personal assistant / business partner / whatever you want to call. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she became the owner of what Meech has as BMF Entertainment, his company from prison. His company, she became the owner of it in 2008. And in 2009, she became a government informant. In 2010, she did a case that was pertaining to a guy that Meech met in prison and one of Meech's homeboys of 26 years.
Okay. Now, in this paperwork, it doesn't actually say her name.
Right, yeah. You will have to it don't say her name. It say her name on paper on the cover sheet, her actual name. But this is a case, so they're not gonna be saying the witnesses' names in the case. They're gonna call them CS1 or CSOI or something like that, confidential source or whatever. It's confidential, bro. It's not public. That, you know what I'm saying? The snitch on the case is not public. You feel me? Until maybe after the case and the people was put away in prison and they out of government hiding and all that shit, and then you get some paperwork and then you might see it. Outside of that, you got to be tapped in. You got to have that pacer. Got to be able to pull cover sheets and shit like that. But when people read the affidavit, it explains to you exactly who she is. And then when people follow or know, or once you get to understand this situation, then you'll get to see exactly who Tammy Cowens is.
So, what do you think? Did Big Meech really turn on his own for a time cut? Is 50 Cent playing the ultimate mind game, or has Meech's legacy been tarnished forever? The drama between 50 Cent, Big Meech, Rick Ross, and Lil Meech is only getting started, and we'll be here to keep you updated. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Trust us, you won't want to miss the next chapter of this explosive story.
He did, like he looked out for them. He looked out for that little nigga, Gave him a chance, A lot of people ain't getting you no chance. And nothing.
Well, this whole back and forth happens, but the concert is still going on. And a few hours before the concert is supposed to happen, it was announced that it was canceled. So you were already in, was it Detroit?
Miami.
Miami, okay. Yeah. So you're already in Miami.
Everybody in Miami.
So, Lil Baby, 42
I don't
Doug.
know if Baby was there, but a lot of people was there. I won't say no names, but it was a lot.
Well, why can't you say names? I mean, they're on the bill. I mean,
it was a lot of people there, man.
Okay, so a lot of the people on that list, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Kodak Black, 42 Doug, you saw some of them around?
Yeah, I saw a few.
Okay, so everyone was out there actually prepared to do the show.
Yeah.
But then a few hours before the show, it was announced that it was canceled.
2-3 hours, like, I'm at the Louis store. I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? I could have saved this $5,000 outfit. Oh man, I was like, man, I was like, damn, what the fuck didn't happen, man? Are you showing and performing at the Big Meech party? Yeah, I'm performing. I gave Big Meech my word, that I was gonna perform, and I ain't. I give a man my word, that's my word. I don't know what's going on, I can't just pull away from not performing over something, you know, they got going on with him and 50 and all this going on. You know, if it was, you know, I just can't, after I gave a man my word, you know, if something was to come out and I feel it's factual, I'll stand on it. But, you know, not at no last minute because something going on.